Hey guys, so today I'm going to do another probably ends up going to be really long thought process analysis, this time playing Treant Protector. A lot of people are saying that Treant Protector is not as strong after the last major patch 7.2, which he's definitely different, but I don't feel like he's dumpster tier like a lot of people are saying. Um, I haven't played him like some crazy amount. I think I've got at least 10 games ish. But I think he's okay. I feel like all of my games have gone all right with him. So I'm gonna make this, and I'm gonna hope he gets buffed anyways because I like Treant Protector a lot. So first, let's go into the draft. So the enemy team had first picked. They took Shadow Shaman, and then my teammate took PA, and someone else had Monkey King highlighted. So right now I'm thinking I want some way to handle Serpent Wards. When Shadow Shaman ults, they only take 2 hits until he gets a talent later. So 2 hits destroy each one, they give a good amount of gold, and if you don't deal with them, they can do a lot to your towers, into team fights. They're not something you want to just ignore. You want some way to destroy them quickly. So that's something I'm thinking about. Um, you also want, sorry, I felt like burping there. Um, a very professional video. The other thing is you want something to cancel Shackle. It's pretty short range to start, but later he can get an Aether Lens and a cast range talent, and then another talent to let him shackle forever. And you don't want to let that happen. You want some way to cancel it. Um, and that's about it for their team since they've only got one pick, right? On our team, PA, she's pretty strong on her own, but giving her some kind of buff is always nice. I don't really like playing Magnus, so that wasn't in my considerations, but that is very common. Um, the guy wanting to play Monkey King, having someone to set up Monkey King ult, so something to keep them within his Wukong's command ring, or to slow the enemy or stun them so that he can get his passive off in lane or in team fights. Those are pretty much the two big things that I'm thinking about when I'm drafting. So, where's this? Okay. So, possible heroes. These are just a lot of the support heroes, right? Because there's only one enemy on the enemy team right now, so it's pretty wide open. I wouldn't seriously think of playing all of these since you kind of pick based on your own hero pool. So right now, my major thoughts were Rubik. I really like stealing Serpent Wards. All of his spells, in fact, are quite nice to steal. And Rubik has a decent attack range. He can handle the Serpent Wards all right. Um, some other good choices are people that can cancel. Well, what I said, I was about to repeat it all. But someone like Wind Ranger who has Shackle to cancel his Shackle. And her Wind Run also lets her attack without being hit by the Serpent Wards. Dark Willow, Crystal Maiden, they have attack speed talents. Oh, I have a video clip, guys. So something to consider when drafting, which isn't going to be relevant in this case since I picked a melee hero, but consider consider attack range. Dark Willow has 475 attack range. The Serpent Wards have 650, I believe. So notice that she can't really attack them without getting hit by multiple Serpent Wards at once. So she's pretty much dead. Whereas Crystal Maiden, at 600, she still gets hit by several, but you can get it down to just 3. And then once you have a couple of them down, aka 1 down, you can start only getting hit by 1 at a time. And this lets you farm them. You get a lot of gold from killing Serpent Wards. You can stop this. So, whoops, spoiler alert. Um, so having the attack range in mind when you're picking a hero, if you're someone melee, you're going to get hit by every single Serpent Ward when you're trying to attack them. So someone with range and fast attack speed is good. Now, I picked Treant Protector, who is both melee and very slow attack speed. Um, but my thought process was that one, I don't I don't need to be the only person handling Shadow Shaman, even though I put those in my high priorities. I have teammates. They can help me with that. And Shadow Shaman likes to push. That's what his ult is typically used for next to team fights. So even though Serpent Wards, when all of them attack the tower at once, they'll destroy your living armor pretty much in one go. But if your team can handle the Serpent Wards and you keep him away, you keep your tower alive, you can heal the tower back up. This prevents Shadow Shaman from just, pushing the wave in, dropping his ult, and then walking away. And even if he doesn't get the tower, he does like, say, half health to the tower, and then guess what? He just comes back when it's back up. He kind of repeats this, and this is how he kind of forces tower objectives, even if you're able to handle the Serpent Wards. So Treant Protector is the only hero who, right off the bat, can protect his towers by healing them. So I'm hoping that my team will find their own heroes to address the Serpent Wards to clear them off, and then I will just heal the towers after the fact. Let's move to... So this is how the draft ended up. So overall, I think it's an alright Treant game. My priorities have changed now that Sniper was our last pick, and that we also picked up Earthshaker. So Earthshaker is good because he can cancel Shackle from really far using Fissure. And he's also our Initiate, which means now that Overgrowth doesn't cancel channels, doesn't... well, there's a lot more ways to get out of Root. It's not as nice of an initiation anymore, but it's still really good for kiting. And so now we play these opposing roles where Earthshaker does the initiation and I do sort of the kiting for Sniper. As long as Sniper is alive, we will win team fights. That's my mindset. Sand King, Doom, Sven, even Shadow Shaman to an extent, even though I think he should be with Medusa. But those first three, they really just want to go on Sniper in team fights, ideally. They all want to blink, stun him, blink ult. They just want to get rid of him. Now, once they blink in, I can use Overgrowth, I can use Leech Seed on someone who's on top of him, I can, suddenly forgot what it's called, Living Armor, Sniper to protect him. So those are all good ways that I can protect Sniper, while Earthshaker goes on, say, Medusa, or tries to stop someone, say he sees Sand King channeling in the distance. I can no longer stop that, but Earthshaker's great at it, so is Monkey King. And my ult is also really useful with Monkey Kings. We kind of combo together. I AoE everyone still, and he puts his ult on top of them, or vice versa. He puts his ult first, and then as they try to walk out, I ult them. On their team, Sven does not hit particularly fast, or at least he's not great at breaking down living armor. Neither is... Doom is okay because he has his W and his E, which do damage over time. And Sand King, to an extent, also has damage over time. Medusa attacks pretty fast. So living armor isn't amazing, but it's okay. Especially because I can use it on whoever gets doomed. They can't do anything themselves because they're doomed, but allies can heal them. And living armor, let's see, what does it provide? Provides 16 health regen and 80 damage block. So that kind of counteracts a bit of the damage from Doom, which is really nice. I can do that anywhere on the map. So even if I'm somewhere else and he goes on, say, Sniper, I can heal Sniper, DPN, do something from there. Let's leave it at that for the draft. Let's go into the actual game. So, player perspective. Item-wise, why am I on Monkey King? Item-wise, I have tangos. I gave one to, well, I accidentally gave it to PA. I meant to give it to Sniper. But 5 tangos, which are generally good in lane. Laning is really important these days. I think having just 3 tangos, or if I gave one away, 2 tangos, is far too little. I like 5 tangos, 6 tangos. That amount's pretty good. I don't quite like 9 tangos, because if you do really well in the lane, then odds are you have excessive tangos. Um, but 5 seems like a good amount where you can buy more if you need to, but they should cover you for what you need. A salve is really good for burst heal. I kind of said this in the last video, but I'll say it again anyways because it's just that important. That
30 seconds to battle.
say for our lane, we're going to be against Sven and Shadow Shaman, I'm assuming. The other option is Sven and Sand King. Technically Sven and Doom is possible, but it really should be Sand King and Doom in the off lane, and then Sven and Shaman in the safe lane. And between Stormhammer and Ether Shock, that is a decent amount of burst. So say Monkey King gets harassed down to, say, 200 health. He now has to be really careful of getting killed just by a sudden burst combo, and then in that stun, followed by a shackle, he'll be auto-attacked as well. So you really need to stay very high health in this lane. And if you only have tangos, they take a while to regen. And even if I try to use my heal, that also takes a while. So having a salve to let Monkey King stay near the creeps, stay last hitting, stay harassing, it's really important, especially in that early laning stage. You don't want to spend too much time far away from the creeps. I grab 1 mango because mangoes are nice in general. My mana pool isn't great. However, I don't plan on casting that many spells, so I don't need that many mangoes. The passive regen is nice, and then just 1 mango is enough for, I'm pretty sure my spells are, 50 and 100. 100 for Leech Seed, I don't plan on leveling it up past level 1, and 50 for Living Armor. Mango gives you 125, so odds are 1 mango will be enough to use both of my spells, and I don't plan on having to do that repeatedly. So 1's fine. I get a ward, and I get a sentry. A sentry is really important if you're playing Treant. You have to have a sentry. Pretty much think of it like this. Say you're a Slardar, and the way your bash works now is you hit 3 times, and then the 4th hit is going to be a bash. The enemy team should not let you just walk up and hit you with your bash. They should let you have to waste it on a last hit so that they don't take the bonus damage. Letting Slaughter just walk up and hit you, you don't do anything, you don't walk away, it's really bad. You're just taking free damage pretty much, and then Slaughter can walk away or continue to hit you after that. Now, Treant is not so different. When he is invis, he gets bonus damage. So, if you can't see Treant, he is freely walking up to you and hitting you. So, it's like as if Slaughter just walked up and hit you and you didn't do anything. So you need to be able to see Treant to lane against him. So the enemy team has to have a sentry. And the opposite way of that, I'm playing Treant. I don't want them to see me. I want to be able to just walk up and hit them for free and then walk away and do it again repeatedly. And to do that, I need to make sure they can't see me. So I need to have a sentry so that if they have a sentry, I can contest. I can drop a sentry somewhere and try to break theirs. And then I'll go more into that in a bit once the laning starts, actually. There's more to that. But needless to say, you have to have a sentry to start. Otherwise, your entire first skill is useless. If they see you the whole time, then it's like, what's the point? Let's continue. So Treant can walk through trees now. It's very cool. Granted, you can do most of this before, even without walking through trees. But right now, I'm just scouting, looking for the enemy, confirming the lanes that I suspect, and yeah, I see it here. So, Monkey King and Treant versus Sven and Shaman. We should, I keep wanting to say Shaman King, but Shadow Shaman. We should be able to win trades between my bonus damage, and I believe Monkey King has, he has Jingu Mastery. But you do have to be a bit careful because of Sven's stun plus his shackle. It does a good amount of damage. And pretty much what happens when Monkey King gets 4 points in Jingu Mastery, if they save one of their spells, they can stun him and then just walk out. So you have to be a bit careful. We only win the trade once Monkey King gets his 4 points in Jingu Mastery and then starts to deal bonus damage and lifesteal. That's when we win the trade. As long as they hit us and then disengage before that happens, it's pretty much an even trade. They both have high attack damages like we do. Monkey King and Sven are pretty similar, I think. Oh no, Sven's got way more than I thought. Well, then on average, we have about the same. These two have about 75. Monkey King has 50. I have about 100. So it's close. And I think they attack slightly faster than us. Anyways, we want to get this rune because we know we can win the trades. I think maybe I should have hit Sven. I'm not sure. Sven is so tanky at the start, right? He's got like... Yeah, he's got 900 health. I feel like we should be aiming for Shadow Shaman, but Sven was next to Monkey King, so there's not that much you can do. I do make a mistake here a bit. I think about chasing. Sven's gonna get both our runes. This is a mistake I keep making. I feel like I keep losing early runes. There's no reason I should have lost both of these. Well, I mean, once I lost the first one, Sven's faster than me. I can't slow him down, so of course I'm gonna lose that one. He TPs right away, which is smart. I can't cancel channeling spells, but I can cancel teleports. And I was even thinking, where am I? Here I am. I should try to go invis and see if he TPs and cancels. TPs and then I can cancel it, but he knows it takes me 4 seconds. I assume he knows that. So he TPs right away once he can't see me, and I don't have time to cancel it. So the other thing is, I don't think Shadow Shaman have one at the start. I've already forgotten. Okay, Shadow Shaman didn't have a sentry at the start. So since he was low, I assumed he would go back possibly, or maybe he would heal while walking back and have a sentry come forward. What I wanted was for... what I like to happen is that if I see the enemy support doesn't have a sentry, I know that once they know I'm in the lane, they're going to want to call it over right away. Because, see, they didn't know I was going to be here. Maybe Earthshaker is in this lane instead of me. So he doesn't start with a sentry. Once he knows I'm in this lane, he needs a sentry. You can kill the ground courier in one hit as Treant. So once I know he doesn't have a sentry, I want to be playing in this back area, hoping to kill the courier that has the sentry on it. But because I thought that he might go all the way back, or that he was low and would walk partially back at least to get the sentry, I didn't think I would be able to kill the courier because he was going to already come to lane with a sentry. And he does. He picks it up when he's way back there. But I noticed that he has a sentry, so I'm waiting to get it. I'm waiting for him to place it. I'm checking again repeatedly. I see that it's gone. I know it's somewhere in here. So now I'm looking for it. I can walk through trees. I get it. I use my Tango even though I'm full health because it lasts for quite a while, and now I can trade and get some regen. Maybe I could have just punched it, but at the very slight risk that he breaks my sentry in that time, it's safer to just destroy it immediately. So what you can see right now, multiple things. I've won the sentry war at the moment. So what I want to do is abuse my passive, constantly fade, and then walk back in, attack at least once to get that bonus damage and the root, and possibly in that root and slow, attack a second time. I do almost 100 per hit. That's really good. And then, again, because I won the sentry war, I know he needs a new sentry. I know that there's a very good chance he calls the courier again. He may wait for the mid laner. Say they're buying... They probably already have their salve. That's usually what happens, is that the mid laner calls their salve, and then the next use of the courier is to bring a sentry into this lane or wherever you are. And I always try to keep that in mind and look for that courier. It's really good to kill the courier at the start. I don't think I really need to explain why. But what I'm doing right now, harassing Shadow Shaman because I do a lot of damage, because I have the bonus damage from my invis. Like I said, they can't see me, just repeatedly walk up, hit them. See, right now you see me try to check the back. I'm hoping to find that courier because I know this is about how long it should take once I killed their courier. Or once I killed their sentry, how long it should take for the courier to come. And see, it's even coming now. It was a little later than I thought. I don't remember. Do I get this? I hope I do, but I suspect I don't. I accidentally walk into tower range. I didn't think it would see me. Where am I? Here. I place my ward back there so that... Hold on. Let me do this in free. I want to be able to see him if he does pulls, and I want to be able to see this back area to spot the courier, as well as in case... Well, I can't really do it as Treant. Monkey King can with his stun. But say he gets low, one of them, Shadow Shaman or Sven, walks over here. Actually, I don't think either of them have a salve this game. In other games where they might have salves, what they'll do is they'll walk back here in this area and salve. Since you don't want to get that canceled, you back up a bit, salve, and then you walk back out. So if I have this here, I'm hoping that maybe we'll see him back here or back here, where it's usually safe. And I'm hoping that by being able to see them, I can either cancel their salve. If they're on this half, I can just walk through and punch them. Or if they're on this half, maybe Monkey King can stun them. And mainly I want to see the courier, really. But the reason I try to place it a bit further out, oftentimes people place it like around here. I'm hoping that... Well, I know that a common sentry placement for the enemy is to place it somewhere back here to spot Treant in this back area. Common places are like here and here and here and here. Occasionally over here. Those are the common places to put a sentry. So I'm hoping that if he puts a sentry here, this is caught, obviously. But I'm hoping he plays it a little more... I don't know what to call it, if it's conservative necessarily. But if he puts a sentry further over here to try to spot me a bit more in the lane than way back here, because odds are you don't need the sentry vision here usually, right? Treant's not usually over here. Treant's usually like this area. So I'm hoping he places his sentry further back in order to more effectively cover area where I'm more likely to be. And by having my ward out here, I'm hoping that my sentry will, or his sentry will not catch it. But I do expect the sentry to be destroyed. I'm expecting it. I'm not necessarily expecting it, but I'm not hoping... I don't think it'll live the whole time. There's a good chance it gets destroyed, and I'm willing to take that risk in hopes of getting the courier. See, this is why I didn't get it. It got recalled by the mid lane. Dang it, I knew it. I had a feeling in the game. I was like, where is this sentry? He needs this. See, we get really close to killing this guy, but he gets away. But then, check this out, guys. Because I have this and I can see him, pop, got him. So that's one of the good uses of that courier, or that ward. Punch him. I do bonus damage. There's no reason to not just repeatedly punch people. Because this is the new way it works. It's a 4-second fade time instead of 7 at level 1. That's 3 seconds difference. That's a lot. So just repeatedly walk in and out, punch people. I use my W first because I wanted to fade and get the root. Both the bonus damage and the root to let Monkey King hit. He gets away, unfortunately. I try to chase him a bit, see if he's going to be greedy. Oops, I should move my mouse instead of just leaving it there. But he's smart. He walks all the way back. Right now I was debating, wondering if maybe I would see the courier, wondering what I should do right now. I wanted to try to cross these trees, but I wasn't totally sure if I could make it. I could not. So I wanted to wait for the creeps to go by. I'm pretty sure they couldn't see me. Okay, I didn't need to switch. Wait. Fire. Yeah, I don't think they could see me. You can't... Oh, I went too far. You can't see this small area between the two towers. And so I was hoping to dodge that. And... well, I wanted to cross and stay invis the whole time. But in the case that it failed, I wanted to be in that shadow. Why is it? Oh, it's on directed cam. Whoops. Which I believe I am. See real quick. They see me. I don't think they do. We're gonna assume they don't. Yeah, I don't think they did. Right now I'm looking for Shadow Shaman. I know he's alone for a bit. We make a bit of mistake at this point in the lane. Not right here specifically. Actually, maybe. Oops, I should slow down. Sorry. I kind of underestimated them at this point. The levels got a little messed up. Sorry, talking about makes me cough. I don't know, my throat gets dry, whatever. They are decently strong. Between Shackle and Stun, and their decent attack damage, we kind of need to poke them down a bit. And I wanted 3 points in this. That's 60 more damage. It's quite a big jump, and half a second off. The root time is double what it was. Here I'm getting the runes, or getting one of them anyways. Then I wait here because I know Shadow Shaman's probably gonna come check it. Fade, punch, slow, punch. I got boots and he's slowed, so I can get several punches off. I cancel that one too soon. Living armor is kind of nice. Again, you don't have a lot of mana. Like you can see at 100, I only cast this 3 times before I'm out, even at full mana. Or if I use my mango, maybe 5-ish. So that makes me not want to level living armor right away because I won't be able to use both of them very often. And I'd rather have the extra damage from Nature's Guise, because now I'm almost doing 200 a punch out of Invis. Which we can safely round to like 300 because odds are I get a second punch out of Invis because of that root. And then if I slow him, probably like 3. So personally, I think it's got a lot of value, plus the shorter fade time. But we're gonna start dying in the top lane a bit. Part of me thinks it's because I didn't get living armor. But I actually think that we should have just played it a bit more safe till I had it, till level 4. This guy just likes to go in a lot. That sounds like I'm blaming him. I don't really mean to. I just mean like Monkey King plays aggressively, and I think we just like didn't pause that aggression. Monkey King as a hero, not Monkey King the player. I saw he placed that, and I wanted to try to walk back. I knew I was gonna die. I wanted to try to go get it with my Tango before he found mine, because he knows I have one there. Maybe he doesn't know it's specifically there. I was trying to be sneaky, but I figured he would eventually find it. So I was hoping to get there first. I wanted to not buy a sentry, so I TP, but then I see he gets it, so I buy one. Oh, let me speak about the items I've gotten so far, which are boots. If you've noticed, I've been buying sentries to compete with Shadow Shaman because of what I said earlier. You need to be invis, otherwise there's no point. Or, I mean, there's still a point. You still get the bonus damage, but it's just harder. You just don't get as much value out of it. You want them to not know where you are. So that's why I've been trying to buy sentries a lot and fight with him. Get a ward just for general vision, because this one's going to die soon. We don't have another one on the map. It's kind of ambiguous whether I'm the 4 or the 5 with an Earthshaker on the team. Technically, I should be the 5. Maybe. I play generally greedy, to be honest. I know that. He picked it, assumingly knowing he was the 5. Why did that sound effect just go off? But, anyways, I buy a ward just because you need vision on your team. And we were doing well, so I was considering whether it was possible to skip Tranquil Boots and go straight for a Meteor Hammer. Since Tranquil Boots, to finish Tranquil Boots, you need about 500, which is pretty much a fifth of a Meteor Hammer. And the items overlap even a bit with the Ring of Regen. Meteor Hammer gives you everything you want. It gives you more mana pool, more damage, gives you some regen, not as much regen as Tranquil Boots in terms of health. But having Tranquil Boots and Meteor Hammer, I feel, is a little bit overkill. So lately I've been thinking about whether it's worth getting Phase Boots and then Meteor Hammer, or skip Tranquil Boots for a bit, grab the Meteor Hammer. So you see me queue it up And I was thinking, I'll see how the lane goes. Maybe if we get another kill or something and I have a lot more money, I can just go straight for the Meteor Hammer. I want to get that sentry ward, but I know that our lane's pushed in, so I'm waiting for it to push back. I want to keep an eye on the Shadow Shaman, and I want to potentially break his clarity. But I don't want to get myself killed. I'm only level 3. Between him and Sven, they could probably kill me. I punch him there to stop the pull and to break his clarity. I don't think he could have done it anyways. The pull, I mean. But see, this is what I mean by the aggression. We get caught in the Stormhammer AoE stun too often, which is kind of hard not to since we're both melee. Monkey King can dodge it. I don't know if we should be able to win these trades if Monkey King successfully dodges all these stuns or not. That Mischief change is relatively new, so I'm not fully sure how it affects these kind of trades. So I'm not sure if we should have been able to win these if he had successfully dodged more of them. Not that I think I could have, you know, I'm not trying to flame him. I'm just saying, like factually, can we win these trades if we play optimally against their optimal play? And conclusion is I'm not sure. I try to place my sentry. Right now you can't see it. I'm trying to find where I can place the sentry amidst these trees because I have the benefit of being able to walk through trees, but they don't. So I was trying to find somewhere sneaky where I could place it that maybe they wouldn't be able to walk to. Place a ward up here to spot any rotations as well as Medusa farming. I think I should have placed it more aggressively actually. I had more time and I think what I should have done, I don't think I really needed to de-ward the sentry that was here in this lane. Laning is about to end pretty much and I'm even thinking about leaving. So there's no point in me de-warding a sentry where I'm not going to be. Or I was thinking about not being there. That's why I still de-warded it, because I thought maybe I'll still be here. I think what I should have done instead is go block a camp from Medusa and just switch where I was playing on the map. Go bottom instead. You see me heal PA there because they're going on her. I was thinking about switching. I think I'm a little inefficient here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to leave Monkey King alone against Sven, because we had just died several times in a row. But I don't think Sven can kill Monkey King one-on-one, and I don't think we can necessarily kill him even two-on-one because he's so tanky. So I think I was a little inefficient with my time here. See, the ward spots Medusa. I'm looking for the rune here. I heal preemptively. I knew he was going to stun me, but I was kind of hoping, like, I don't think I clicked him to check. I was hoping maybe he doesn't have mana or maybe it's on cooldown. But I expected him to have it to stun me, and I didn't think he could kill me, but I used the heal to have the damage block and regen just in case. So right now, what I'm thinking, I'm a little low level. And we're at a point where Medusa is going to start... I mean, she's probably been doing this. She is going to shove the lane and then go jungle camps. And that's kind of what Medusa does. I, with the benefit of being able to walk through trees... See, this keeps happening, which we shouldn't let it, I feel. I think this is where we start to lose the lane. Things like that. Not that we died, but... I don't know. But anyways, me with my benefit of being able to walk through trees, it's really easy for me to get into their jungle. And I feel like I should have been sapping XP from Medusa while blocking camps. Possibly even trying to steal last hits because she can't really kill me. She doesn't have that much damage on her own. Medusa's damage at the start of the game is very much AoE and based on her snake. And if it's just me, one snake hit's not a big deal. Even if it bounces off some creeps, also not a big deal. I TP down here. I don't have any mana, but I figure maybe I can root him. That is unfortunate. This is unfortunate. He's gonna get away. I'm not saying I blame Earthshaker, but Earthshaker missed the stun. It's okay. It's not... it's kind of a... It's a medium deal. It's not a big deal, but it's small. I finished Tranquil Boots because of those deaths. Like I said, if I had gotten another kill, done well, I was thinking I'll skip to Meteor Hammer. I didn't do well, and so I decided to go ahead with the usual smaller item progression. This is where some people get burned out. I don't know if that's the right term. But like, say you're saving for a Midas, you're thinking, oh, one more kill and I can get a Midas. And you die, and you think, well, I'm still kind of close, I'll keep saving. You do that repeatedly, and then you go nowhere. And it suddenly feels like, why haven't my items changed? It's because I keep waiting for this, oh, maybe I'll get this kill and be able to do it. But you're already hoping for luck, and it failed once. So don't keep doing it. You know, just go back to the smaller items and go with a standard play. So now I'm doing what I was talking about, trying to block some of her camps. I try to not use not use observers to block because I want those to survive. So that one I just use for vision to spot her when she's there, and I block the ancient camps, the most useful camp. Let me pause real quick. I place it back here because if they're looking for me, when you look for invis heroes in general and you look for wards here, the most common place to put a sentry is like right around here, which covers this whole area, which would in fact see me if I'm here, but is hopefully out of range of this side. And the reason I'm not placing it down here is because if they put a sentry here, which I didn't think they would, then it would definitely see here, may not see here. I'm actually not totally sure. But the other spot that's common to ward is like have a sentry around here, lets you see both entrances, and that would see this corner. So that's why I go with this corner. Because since this tower's not even done, it's unlikely that they ward these high ground spots. Other spots I've used to block are this corner back here, because again, it misses this middle area, and sometimes back here. I did consider I was considering using this ward to block this camp. Chose against it again because I wanted it to survive instead. Was it the right call? Probably. Sorry, I feel like I'm coughing a lot. I'm not sure. Medusa was starting to get out of hand a bit. Or like she's been farming very freely and we kind of need to do something about it. But I can't kill her alone. Even with, say, Earthshaker, I don't think we can kill her. Maybe with Monkey King, but it would be slow and they would have time to rotate. So there's not really ways for us to kill her. And so my next method is to just repeatedly block her camps and pressure her lanes so that she can't just at least free farm. She has to go deal with lanes, go up to fights, that kind of thing. Or if she continues to do this, then we get objectives. So part of me thinks maybe I should have tried to block more camps, block more, at least the hard and ancient camps. Those are worth the most. Not sure. Right now I'm low on mana, so I can't do too much. I think I was telling my team that. I really wanted to either go back, get a clarity, something like that. I was debating whether I use Overgrowth here or not, but he's quite tanky. They come to get us. All of them come to get us. Unfortunate. I didn't really notice the rotation. We didn't have vision in that lower area. PA leaves. Usually, as Treant, you want to really protect your tier 1 towers because you can heal them. But we're in this weird spot of they have Shadow Shaman, they have really tanky strength cores, and right now they're ahead a bit. And we are, you know, PA can't jump in. She'll get decimated by these guys. It's not strong enough yet. Earthshaker and I can, but we don't have damage enough alone to kill them. And then we're both terrible at dealing with Serpent Wards. Sniper could show up, and maybe we can if he does, but he didn't. So we kind of can't defend these tier 1 towers, which is a shame. That's what Treant really likes to do. Oh, in terms of my item, or my skill build, I max out Nature's Guys this game. I'm still sort of testing it out. 1 point in Leech Seed is enough. I really don't think you need more than that. I use that to make sure that the Sand King doesn't get his stun off. And to trap them under the tower. Sniper was rotating in. I don't know if our Shaker had to die. I feel like he could probably backed out. Anyways, I max out Nature's Guise because of super short fade time, more movement speed. I can move around more. I can root people longer, set up Sniper, Monkey King, PA to just keep attacking, get bonus damage. I'm now doing like 300 a hit. That's pretty cool. Helps me farm.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Leech Seed does not have good value after they nerfed it. Like, it increases the mana cost. The heal's not that great in my opinion. Considering how tanky the enemy team is, I feel like, you know, the amount of damage it's doing and relative heal is not that great. And then again, I don't have the mana for it. I'd much rather spam Living Armor, which has a really long cooldown right now because I've only got 1 point in it. So my two choices of leveling are between Q and E. I go for the Q because of the utility and because I don't have the mana to really spam Living Armor with what I've built. Not yet anyways. But I'm going to start maxing Living Armor to protect towers and for the global presence. And because it's cheaper, the mana cost doesn't go up with points in Leech Seed do. I got a wand because we were starting to fight more and all these people cast a decent amount. And because Medusa's snake can steal mana and a wand will give me enough to... All in all, my mana pool, the mana requirement for my spells is relatively low and I just have a low mana pool. So a wand is quite effective in that it gives me a good amount of mana to cast, say, my ultimate or my E and my W. Pretty valuable. I leave it at a stick for this game though because I was trying to get the Meteor Hammer. I think Meteor Hammer is really good. You combo it with your ultimate, you ult and then just Meteor Hammer. People can get out of it a little bit more now because of the root nerf, which is unfortunate, but it's still pretty good. I get the mana parts first because I'm already quite tanky and I have the regen, health regen from Tranquil Boots. And one of the nerfs to Treant was that his root no longer affects the Flying Courier. So it's really hard to kill the Flying Courier now. The bonus damage melee heroes do against it, I think that's still in, is kind of negated by the fact that it has 10 armor. So you still need about 150 damage. And an Ogre Club puts me closer, but still not quite there. So that's why I choose I'd rather have mana pool and be able to cast these things. I miss out a couple. I don't know if I could have actually saved these people, but I just, like, I should have been using my Living Armor a bit more and trying to protect people. I miss it. I do get it sometimes, you know, but... Okay, I got interrupted. What was I saying? Oh yeah. I make a mistake there. I shouldn't have let my guys fade. But anyways, one of the nice changes to your Q is that you, even when revealed, you can still walk through trees, which helps you escape in a lot of scenarios. You'll see that later in the game. But just because they can see you doesn't break the tree walking ability itself. I should have ulted sooner. I thought he would, I don't know, either wait for me to ult or cast it further down. I didn't realize he would catch them so on the edge. So that's my fault of this. Maybe. I don't know whose fault it is. A nice deny. Start turning the game around here with some of these team fights. Based around my invis and Monkey King's ult, followed by Earthshaker's stun, while Sniper or PA are usually farming or come to help. Sniper's pretty strong right now. That helps a lot. Talon, I get the cooldown reduction. I think cooldown reduction is almost always the best. Not only because I get Meteor Hammer a lot, also because it, like, Living Armor 2 blocks, like, who cares, right? It's just, it feels so lackluster. I don't know. I don't think it's that great. Because, like, later on, you could get that 700 AoE Living Armor. But even then, you only heal heroes and buildings. What are the odds you need to heal, like, this 700 AoE building, like that's such a big deal. I feel like 350 overgrowth is a lot bigger. Not just like the AoE is bigger, but like the impact. Because even if you don't have an Ags, it affects your ult. So I generally always take cooldown reduction. Just using your items sooner is great, especially Meteor Hammer. I wasn't really focused on what was actually happening on the screen, but I don't think it was anything important. See, we can skip forward a bit. I'm trying to farm up the rest of my Meteor Hammer, which these waves would give it to me. I don't know. I already said I'm a greedy support player in general, right? So PA coming here to farm all of these really aggravates me because I was so close to finishing the Meteor Hammer, and also because she's not close to finishing anything. Like, she could get her Deso is what she's working on, but that's still 1500, which 300 is not a huge deal. Like, me having a Meteor Hammer versus her having 300 more to an item that she's still quite far off from getting. And so, like, I would have finished it at, like, the 20-minute mark, and now I don't finish it for quite a while. I let myself get revealed here when I was walking away. This was a mistake. I should just TP'd out or something. I instead wait and just try to walk through. He saw me on the way out, but then he saw me going in too, or leaving. Snuggleugafus, what are you barking about? Quiet. And because of that, they're gonna get the ward. That's my mistake. But see, I'm still off. Still a long way off. Which I'm not doing much at this moment. But part of that is because I can't do much without the Meteor Hammer. It really changes the way you team fight. I think it adds so much to Treant. It lets you clear out entire waves on your own. Gives you a lot of like pressure. You can push sideways on your own. Pressure towers. Your solo pick-off potential still very low, but is not that bad. Honestly, you punch someone 300, you ult them, you Meteor Hammer while standing next to trees, so that once the Meteor Hammer hits, you're Nature's Guised again, and you punch him again, which is another 300 plus the Meteor Hammer damage. I don't know, it's a lot. But now I've gotten this like 3 minutes later. With a Meteor Hammer, you can get solo pickoffs, or not solo. I can pick people off with Monkey King, Sniper, PA, like just one other, because I have that much more stun damage. Stun plus damage. But I don't. I'm a little salty. I don't know if it's justified. Like, maybe it is worth the carry getting like 300 more gold. But I feel like Meteor Hammer is a big enough item where, I don't know, me having it sooner is justified when it wasn't like she was close to finishing the item. I don't know, guys. But now I have it. And like I said, just lets me do a lot more. Lets me ult or Meteor Hammer waves, which what I like to do frequently is to like sit in one lane and just create a lot of pressure there. Just repeatedly Meteor Hammer the waves. It doesn't reveal you on the minimap since you can cast it out of invis. One Meteor Hammer destroys the entire creep wave. So if the enemy's not paying attention, they don't really notice you're there. And eventually they do, and they have to go and trust it. And it's pretty easy for you to get away most of the time because of your invis. Team fight here. Hang on. Okay, last interruption probably. Alright, so team fight breaks out here. Meteor Hammer. Ult Meteor Hammer, that's the combo I'm talking about. I was just watching. I don't know. I don't know if I should have ulted some other people. I think those two were all right. Monkey King kind of got picked off first, so I don't know how much better that fight could have gone. I don't know. That's okay. Yeah, I don't handle these wards very well. Maybe I could have punched a couple of them, get some gold. So it showed up on the side. Not that I would know in the
Radiant's
game yet,
bottom
but
tower
he
is
gets
under
a
attack.
gem.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That's going to be a real hassle for me. But Q being able to still walk through trees even when disabled is very nice. Oh, that's a bug is still showing. And my ult was almost off cooldown. I was really trying to wait for it. I chose... Here, hold on. Let's break down this fight slower. Okay, so I come down to this fight. I see Sniper is in a good position back here. And I know Monkey King wants to ult. So I want to ult combo with Monkey King. And I can also Meteor Hammer. But I also want to protect the Sniper. But because I felt like Earthshaker was there, and then see he just Hurricane Piked himself even further back, I felt like he was safe enough for me to run up here to try to help them get Medusa. I wanted to try to root her, but she pikes herself. I root this guy instead. I think I was towards the end of her ultimate. I was hoping I could start to face towards her, but it goes a little longer than the sound effect goes. But now I come in and all... I didn't realize Shadow Shaman was going to show like that. I would have waited slightly longer otherwise. I wanted to Meteor Hammer her after I ulted, but got hexed. Meteor Hammer her now while she's stunned. Even though it breaks my own trees, I'm going to punch her right away after. Okay. Now, hold on. He not have the gem yet? Where is it? He bought the gem. I'm not crazy, am I? Oh, when did that happen? He just never had it that fight?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Where is it now?
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Okay, now Shaman has it.
Dire's bottom tower.
I'm gonna lose because of this gem. Not wholly because of it. You'll see.
Dire's structures are
Okay, hold on. Let's go back a bit now. Not this. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so right now we just won that team fight. We want to get some objectives. So walking forward, gotta pick up a new teleport scroll.
Dire's bottom tower.
So what I want to
is
do,
under attack.
this tower's gonna fall. They're not gonna fight it. It's just a T1. T2, they may fight. Medusa's still dead though, so they probably won't. But it could happen. What I want to do is I want to get down further,
Dire's structures are
place a ward back here. See some good high ground vision in case we keep going, because like I said, she's still dead. Unfortunate. It's just too soon. I didn't realize it would be a long TP. I can't cancel it. That sucks now. Very unfortunate. Okay, so at this point in the game, I don't think I know he has a gem yet still, because it never arrived to him, and I never clicked the courier in time. I'm chilling over here because, remember what I talked about being able to create pressure with this? Multiple things. One, we just lost that fight. So I knew they were going to have gold, knew that there was a good chance they would buy items, and what do you do when you buy items? You call them the courier. You'll notice I took the 90 damage talent. They don't have that many ways to break trees this game. And I think I've broken more trees myself with Meteor Hammer so far this game. But because you can't root the courier anymore, you kind of need the 90 damage talent to guarantee this courier kill. So I like grabbing it for that very reason. Sometimes you hit 15 without having a Meteor Hammer, or you built something else. Having 90 damage lets you guarantee kill the courier, which I think Treant is really good at, so that's why I get it. And now you're going to see it pays off. So that's one of the reasons I waited back here to look for the courier. The other reason is that we just lost this bottom fight, so they're naturally still at the bottom lane. There's still a tower to get there, so they're going to want to push it. I have the Meteor Hammer. I can pick off the wave and slow down the push a bit.
Dyer's
Kill
courier
this.
has been killed.
I believe I'm going to TP out right away. Yeah, because they know I'm there, so I don't really want to wait for the creep wave anymore. So I get out, come handle mid. Healing towers. That's what you want to do as Treant. I should be a little more on top of it. I sometimes slips my mind a bit, like as I do other stuff in the game. I forget to like repeatedly go back to heal it. Sometimes you don't have the mana to do that, but just having a clarity, like you see me buy one, because I know I want to spam living armor a bunch, and that even with a meteor hammer, it's going to go into my mana pool without some extra regen. Earthshaker hands me the wards, which is very smart, because I am an invis hero. I have way more mobility than he does because I can walk through trees. So it's much better for me to place the wards. You should do this in your games, whether it's Treant, Ricky, Bounty Hunter, whatever. Pass the wards to whoever can place them the best, not just because they're invisible, but because they'll be moving around the most. Right now, that's what I'm talking about. I just want to keep pushing the waves down. Our team doesn't really want to be here. We already have the T2 tower. We are not quite yet ready to push into the high ground, or that's not quite our goal yet. So no one wants to be here repeatedly pushing this out, whereas they do want this bottom tower, so they're going to want to keep pushing this. So this is a good place for me to be, where I can repeatedly shove the lane in. If the enemy team doesn't address it at all, then I can get the tier 3 tower. Well, I won't get it, but I'll do some damage, right, with my meteor hammer by just pushing creep waves in. I can create this constant source of pressure down here, which also lets me farm. I'm debating between a meteor hammer, or I'm sorry, an Ags and a blink right now. Blink in combination with your passive, it's so hard to catch you. It's crazy. You walk through trees, you blink across cliffs, across gaps in trees, into deeper trees. It's super nifty, super nice. But this game, we have initiation, so I don't necessarily need it right away. So I was thinking about a blink, or an Ags, but they have a gem actually this game. I stick around to try to get the experience. They have an Ags this game. Sorry, a gem this game, so I don't quite want it. Right now I was trying to decide if I wanted ward, but I didn't know if they could maybe see me here. I was thinking about maybe going this way instead, and I decided this is a good time for me to get out. Turns out they can see me here, which is what I feel like is going on. But this is what I was saying. This is how good it is. I almost had that courier by chance. If I'd been paying more attention, I could have gotten it, I think. Being able to walk through trees saves your ass so much now, even when they see you, because enemy heroes, they can't walk through trees. This is my power. Look at this. Crazy. It's very difficult to chase him, especially with the blink. The downside is that, yes, if you get hit by a dot, it's almost impossible to get your fade time off. Like if Dazzle puts his Q on you, it doesn't go off and it's really hard. But if you're already invis, it doesn't matter, and you stay invis, and then you can just walk through trees and get away, which I think is really good. Considering the fade time at level 4 is only 2.5 seconds. I don't know, I think it's a worthwhile trade-off. A lot of people don't like that fade can be cancelled, but I think it's really good. 2.5 seconds is super nice, in my opinion. Even 4 seconds at level 1, still really nice. So I know they can see me bottom, so I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to go top, where still a similar idea. My team is more willing to be top because we have an objective there, but we need vision there, so my team doesn't want to go in there blindly. So that's kind of my job. I'm the one that places wards, so if I go in first, I can create some pressure, push the lane in, and get some wards down, especially now I buy a blink after that fiasco down there. so easy for me to move around, get some wards down. If the enemy team doesn't respond, I can attack the T2 tower quite easily using... I was hoping I could make it, but I guess I couldn't. I should have just waited for the blink. But I'm going to come down here, place a similar ward, but on the opposite side. See how they had to come respond? They have 2 heroes here, and I'm just a treant. I can still place wards while they're here. I can hide in these trees. They can't really follow me. What are they going to do? My team's free to respond to other pressure on the map. Bottom lane, just farm jungle. I think we were waiting on some items right now. See, look, I can just blink away.
Radiant's bottom tower
Blink's
is
fun.
under
It's
attack.
great. And now I can just meteor hammer the next wave. I don't want to meteor hammer this wave. I guess I do. 3 creeps left. It's okay, I guess. Usually you either want the full wave or not. Or more, sorry. And to either way is just wait. I'm not sure why I chose to do it there, I'll be honest. I feel like I should have known the next creep wave was coming. I don't know. I think I was a little scared since I saw 2 people and they had been chasing me, so I was thinking like maybe I should just do it and get out, but then they left. At this point, I'm not sure if I should be with my team a bit more. I use my W because I have a good amount of health left, and this will heal my creeps so that they can continue pushing. See, I'm telling my team to get back. We don't really want to fight there. Like, why are we fighting that far up? We want to fight near our tower. And I was deciding whether I should just keep going. I see the courier. I immediately decide to go because I can kill the courier, even though there's nothing great on it this time. That was a little daring of me to go for that. I buy back because this is a pretty big fight. PA bought back. I don't want to let her die. I can heal. I can still root even though my ult and meteor hammer are down. So I buy back. Win the fight. And now this is where I need to wonder. Where is their gem? Am I crazy? How do I miss this? This is a game-losing gem for me, guys. You're gonna see in a second. So we win the fight, and I was asking my team where the gem is, and no one responded because I didn't know where he died. Apparently, it's still.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Is this in our vision? I'll be so sad if it is. Wait,
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Creeps will see it, but do we see it otherwise?
Dire's middle tower is under
No.
attack.
I think because of this these trees. My team is in this
Dire's middle tower
rush,
has fallen.
and I mean, I felt good too. Like, Medusa's dead forever. Like, we can go. But my team wanted to end the game, especially after those kills, which was like, yeah, we sort of can, but we don't also, like, Deuce is almost up. Where did that gem go? We don't need to try to end right now. Deuce is almost up. Sand King will be up at that same time. These guys are up. I feel like maybe we can go do other stuff, but we decide, like, we're going for it. That's all right. And then we get distracted. And it's like, okay, I guess we can go do that. But now we're not ending the game, so now we have to get out. I don't know if we needed to do that. I think we could have just, like,
Dire's middle tower
we didn't
has
commit to
been
something.
denied.
We didn't commit to ending the game or to just get, like, megas. We decided to try to get another kill that we didn't really need exactly. Then I'm still worried about the gem. Like, I don't want them to just get their gem back for free. Especially now that the game's gonna continue. So, like, I want to go get the gem. I don't have any detection or vision on me. I don't really want to do this. I start walking down, but like, even now you can see I'm hesitant, and then they get wrecked here. Maybe I should have been there. I mean, I guess I should have, really. I should have been the one to break smokes. But, like, I didn't have my ult. I didn't have vision. I wanted to not do that. I wanted to go get the gem first, have time to buy items. And I think I was saying that to the team.
Radiant's
And then they get
bottom
gone on
tower is
without
under
me.
attack.
I don't know if I could have changed it. Like, I guess I could have broken the smoke and maybe given us a second to react, but I can't stop it because I don't have my ult. So my next reaction is to quickly push out bottom wave because we're gonna really struggle to defend. We're probably gonna have to give up racks. I TP in. I don't know if we need to fortify yet. Sniper gets gone on, and I can't cancel it anymore. We lose. This is massive. Feels bad. I'll show you the graph at the end. It was a big swing. I think we should have won. I think Doom's W canceled it there. That's unfortunate for him. Yeah, so we lose this game, but the Treant play itself I think was okay. Maybe my decision to go look for that gem was wrong. Well, let me change that. I think both decisions are correct. Trying to get Roach on is not bad, and trying to get the gem is not bad. But doing both is wrong. And since I was the only one doing my choice, that makes it wrong, I guess. I don't know. Rushing the Roche is a little ballsy. Because I really feel like that's a really common way to lose games. I could go into a whole speech about that. And it's something that I frequently disagree with my teams on, is people saying, go force them to buy back first, and then we'll go do Roche. But I actually think that's a good way to lose games, and I frequently do that way. Because when you can do Roche first, they can't fight you. They have two people. They don't want to buy back. And not in non-pro matches anyways. Pros will totally buy back to fight Roche. But in pub games, if you do Roche and their core is dead, the core doesn't buy back. And so you get Roche on safely. If you push up and force them to buy back, and then you go do Roche, they just bought back. They can fight now. They're looking for something because he had to buy back. They're going to go fight Roche. And you all huddle into Roche. Maybe you put up vision, maybe you don't. It depends on how far your lead is. Like, maybe you win the fight anyways. But I don't know. That gut reaction to, like, okay, now we can go do Roche now that they're up and we failed this push. I don't know about that. It's debatable. But anyways, let's go look at this graph. Woo, feels bad, guys. Feels real bad. But hopefully, despite those interruptions, and I lost my train of thought a bit, hopefully some parts of this was useful. I think you can see me, try to heal people, try to set up right ults, try to pressure certain lanes, get vision. Especially the early laning phase, I think, is where you're really strong with your Q. So hopefully you're able to learn something, find it useful, and you can laugh at how sad this throw is. Oh man, feels so bad. Ah well, I'll just win the next one or something, right? Okay, that's all.